When most people think about helping wildlife, they picture national parks or protected forests. However, some of the most important conservation work is happening in places we drive past every day, including roadsides, power line corridors, and utility lands. These areas are becoming an unexpected lifeline for one of North America's most recognizable insects, the monarch butterfly. The University of Illinois Chicago has helped lead a nationwide conservation effort that recently reached an impressive milestone. More than 100 energy and transportation organizations have voluntarily joined a program dedicated to protecting and improving monarch butterfly habitat. Together, these partners are managing nearly 1.3 million acres of land across 47 states, making it one of the largest coordinated conservation projects in the country. Monarch butterflies have experienced serious population declines in recent years. One of the biggest reasons is habitat loss. As cities grow and farmland expands, the milkweed and wildflowers monarchs depend on continue to disappear. Milkweed is especially important because it is the only plant where monarch butterflies lay their eggs, and it serves as the main food source for their caterpillars. Without enough milkweed, monarch populations struggle to survive. To address this challenge, conservation leaders recognize that land already maintained for infrastructure could also support wildlife. Areas beneath power lines, alongside highways and near pipelines, often contain open spaces that can be managed without interfering with their primary purpose. Instead of leaving these spaces unused, participating organizations are transforming them into pollinator-friendly habitats. The conservation program officially began in 2020 and has continued to expand each year. Participating organizations monitor thousands of locations to collect information about habitat quality and butterfly activity. This ongoing research allows scientists and land managers to measure progress and improve conservation practices over time. Reaching the 100 application milestone for the Monarch CCAA is a powerful testament to what voluntary conservation can achieve, said Will Meeks, Midwest Regional Director of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Energy and transportation partners across the country are demonstrating exceptional leadership by enrolling in this agreement and committing to meaningful, on-the-ground habitat improvements. These sectors continue to drive a growing national commitment to safeguarding monarchs, pollinators, and the ecosystems that sustain them. The program is unique because participation is voluntary. In exchange for following approved conservation practices, organizations receive regulatory assurances if monarch butterflies are officially listed as threatened or endangered in the future. This approach encourages companies and government agencies to take action now, rather than waiting until additional regulations are required. Partners agree to carry out several habitat-friendly practices. These include planting native milkweed and flowering plants, carefully managing invasive species, reducing mowing during important butterfly seasons, and maintaining vegetation that supports many types of pollinators. While these actions primarily benefit monarch butterflies, they also create healthier environments for bees, birds, and countless other wildlife species. The success of this effort has inspired additional conservation projects. This year, federal officials approved a similar agreement designed to protect 11 at-risk bumblebee species. The new program expands on the same cooperative model, showing that partnerships between universities, industries, and government agencies can make a meaningful difference for declining pollinator populations. Don't stop here. Find out more. Visit the links in the description below for more in-depth information on the stories presented in this video. Or if you are a part of a wildlife organization doing something interesting right now, let us know in the comments.